Welcome to the Ballin' Podcast, where the ball is in our court.
It's in our court. Not yours. It's in ours. Sorry. Go.
I'm Pavan Inaganti, and I'm here with... Bro.
Not again,
I can't
bro.
do this, bro. I can't do this, bro. I can't.
Son of a cracker jack.
Yo. Cracker Jack's pretty good.
I went to a baseball game the other day. It's pretty fun. Take
What's your
me
name
out to
again?
the... Oh, my name is Samuel Hoyt, a.k.a. Samuel Hoyt, a.k.a. Sammy Hoyt, a.k.a. Sam Hoyt, a.k.a. The loud one, and the obnoxious one that people don't, I assume, like as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope you guys are having a great Wednesday.
Wednesday.
You know, when we're recording this, it's a Monday. Game 5 is tonight. The Miami Heat are up 3-1, but we'll get to that later.
Miami Heat are not up 3-1. The Denver Nuggets are up 3-1.
Oh my God, I'm fumbling already.
I know ball. Yep.
We'll start off with our
Roaring start.
daily words of the day.
Quote of the day.
Sammy, you want to say it?
I actually don't. Did we have one? I don't think we had one. Wait. Whoa, what is that? What is that? The building is shaking.
What the heck is going
Oh
on?
my gosh!
my God.
What was that? Oh! I'm back! Oh my God!
So he is indeed back.
Welcome
Eric,
back.
if you want to introduce yourself
We
and,
switched.
you know.
What happened?
Welcome
Why
back,
am I
Eric.
Here? How did I get to this chair? I'm Eric Kiekeben, and I'm back.
Oh, that's short. That's
Back.
short. That's short, but sweet.
Let's take this off.
That was a lame talk.
Disrespect to TCG. Anyway.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Best era of
Anyway,
Eric.
we will talk
I'm
about
washed
the
now.
series at hand, the main news at hand. The
Yes.
Nuggets are up 3-1 going into a Game 5 in the altitude.
Game 5. In the elevation.
Indeed.
Mile high.
Indeed, mile high. But yeah, Eric, it's been a while since I've said this, but we'll go
Right.
right back to you.
Uh-huh.
All right, you know, starting off this episode, just honestly thoughts on this Game 5, predictions for how the series is gonna turn out, and you know anything else if you want to just wrap it up.
Right. So, like he said, you guys are going to be seeing this on a Wednesday, as per usual.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Hold on, really quick. What's your top 3 days, Eric? Just before we get into it.
Oh, right. Because I missed the infamous
Yeah.
days segment last time. So
What was our top 3?
Mine was Saturday, Sunday, Friday.
Saturday, Sunday, Friday. I think I flipped Sunday and Friday.
So yours was
It was no.
Saturday,
No.
Friday,
Mine was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is kind of funny. But like, yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, I thought I was gonna
Wow.
agree with Pavan here for a second because I thought he was gonna say Saturday, Friday, Sunday. That's my top 3. Here's the thing: there's not a lot of like room for leverage with this days debate. Like no one's gonna say like Wednesday, Thursday,
Leverage.
Saturday, right? Like the days debate is not that open for debate. I feel like the top 3 consists of Friday, Saturday, Sunday in some order.
And least favorite day. Go. Right now.
Tuesday.
There you go.
We're all
Tuesday.
in,
We
wait till
all agreed with
discuss
that.
this.
We all agreed with that. We all agreed.
Tuesday
Thank
is the
you,
worst
thank you,
day.
That's what I like to see.
Monday,
Cool.
you can get over it. Tuesday, there's just no coming.
Carry
back
the
from
hell
Tuesday.
on.
Yeah.
Monday, carry the hell on.
Kendrick Perkins is the embodiment of a Tuesday.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's the embodiment of the side of a brick building.
Why?
Yes, no need.
I'm sorry, K-Perk. I love you,
There's
K-Perk.
no
And your
need.
handles.
Looking like Drewski made the NBA, man.
Wow.
How did he do it?
But yeah,
Wow,
Eric, you can go back to
hey.
your final thoughts now that we got the days
Right,
of the week
now that
out
we
of
got
the
the
way.
days debate. So yeah, you guys are gonna be seeing this on a Wednesday, as Pavan said, and the NBA Finals will unfortunately be
Wednesday.
over because
Yep.
the Nuggets will win Game 5.
They
And,
did.
they won Game 5, and
Nikola Jokic is your Finals MVP.
yeah, with Bruce Brown coming in second.
Wait.
What? Nah, look, I
Why's
haven't been
that?
able to watch any games this series because I've been in Europe and it's like 2:30 or 3:30 in the morning when the game's on. And I'm not that dedicated. Also, the series has been bunned, so like even if I was awake, I was not gonna watch.
Has been but.
Because yeah, it's just been bad.
But-
So Nuggets in 5. Sorry that these finals were so bad,
Yeah, we have to
Can't say it
personally
wasn't
apologize.
expected though.
It's not a good year to start a podcast with this finals.
Playoffs were good though.
Playoffs
But-
were great.
Playoffs
though.
were very good.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
playoffs were
Most certainly.
Magnificent.
above par.
Mwah.
But
Sammy, if you want to get your thoughts.
my thoughts.
Yeah.
Actually,
you don't even need to be long with this, man.
So Pavan, I just want to say this because you guys won't be able to see it because Pavan and I kind of goofed up last Friday. I actually made a score prediction, if you remember,
yes,
in
you
the
did.
episode that we didn't record.
Yes, you did.
Or that we did record, but it didn't. It got some technical difficulties. We couldn't post.
I
it.
know you had the Nuggets.
I said 103 to 1. I said 103 to 95, I believe.
That actually sounds right.
And if you want to check the score of Game 4, it was very close. I realized to my actual prediction. So if you go back, I don't know how fast you can do this, or if you need to make any cuts.
It was 104.95.
104.95. I said 103.95, I believe.
He
Or
did-
maybe
he
I said-
did- he
maybe I
did
said
actually say that.
103.98, but either way, actually I said 103.95. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or 105.95.
We'll say it straight too. Literally, what happened was we were planning on recording the episode with me and Sammy
We were.
because Eric was gone then still, and we went ahead and recorded it. And once we were done with whatever it was, like a 45 minute episode, we went back to check the
Maybe.
phone to see if everything was recorded properly, and the phone only got 11 seconds of video.
It died after 11 seconds.
So yeah, which sucked, especially considering we wasted all that time. But yeah, here we are.
It wasn't a great episode.
It was not a great episode.
Not a
I'm
great
glad
episode.
he's
If-
back
and
now.
being all in all seriousness, it wasn't a great episode. So
But yeah, glad he's back.
Y'all could have like sent me the audio file. I could have put it over some like gameplay.
Subway Surfers? Put over Subway Surfers?
No, I gotta go old school with like the CS:GO gameplay. Surfing through this.
Oh my god.
Get the Leafy gameplay.
Yo, Leafy gameplay was
Dude, it was so good. It was so good with the CS:GO era, and then he switched to Overwatch and he fell off.
True. Very
and to be
true.
honest, I did
What
not care
happened.
about Leafy, so like it doesn't really matter.
He was
Of
there.
course he didn't.
He was
No,
there.
I
He's
did
no longer.
not.
Leafy is no longer here.
Not
Or is he
care.
dead? He's probably not dead, but he's no longer here.
He's probably
Leafy is dead. Leafy is dead.
Leafy is dead or like
Leafy is
in,
dead.
Well, 'cause
in
it's
a
Not
Leafy-
Leafy is
refugee
here.
camp.
It's
It's not Leafy is here. It's Leafy is dead.
It's because Leafy is not here. He is not. I don't. He's. I don't know.
Leafy is
Sammy's making
gone.
videos. I don't know. Sammy's making videos. We can go to the next thing that you had planned. That's
Yeah.
all I had to say. I just wanted
Oh
to say the
yeah,
prediction
honestly,
thing.
I'll just get it. I mean, a couple final thoughts on this series.
Finals thoughts.
That is good.
Thank you.
It's actually really good.
Pavana Monopia.
Saw that coming.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. But yeah, I'll just get a couple thoughts. Game 3 obviously was not a very good game. It was literally Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic just being the best duo, and
Calm down, Jamal.
Jokic putting up ridiculous numbers. Jamal
Put down
also
the-
adding on with another triple-double. But Game 4 was interesting to me because the Heat offense wasn't playing great. It was literally Denver defense and the depth showing for Denver. The fact that Aaron Gordon had a great game. I mean, the fact that he stepped up to the stage and played better than Jamal Murray in terms of just scoring output was crazy to me. Jokic and Murray not having the greatest game, but still getting the win because of Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown really shows and attests to the depth that Denver has, which is just great to see. But yeah, this series really showed to me too what Denver can be next year. But yeah, I gotta say, it was a bad series.
Most
but
certainly was.
Can't say
Horrible.
it was a bad
Horrible series.
playoffs. It was a great playoffs.
Yes. Oh, Nuggets in 5, by the way. I didn't say that, but the Nuggets are going to win, though.
I mean, we all agreed on that.
I didn't
We
say.
know
I forgot.
that.
to say
I
it,
think
though.
it was honestly
I just wanted to
implied
make
the
clear
way
that
we talked about it.
Yeah. And the Nuggets tonight will win.
Hero is actually coming back tonight, though.
He
He's
is.
questionable for tonight, and he's
Expected
supposed
to
to be
play?
suited. So we'll see.
Is that gonna make them better or worse? I don't know if he'll fit in. It's
we
how long
we
has he
talked.
played?
We actually talked about this because he was rumored to be coming back for Game 3, and then he just never came back for
Right,
Game
yeah,
3
yeah.
or 4. Which is, I wonder if they just decided we'll be patient, especially with Game 2 being a road win, and it was 1-1 going back to Miami. But yeah, we were talking about this, like, how do you fit in a guy that's your third best player, but also hasn't played
I
basketball
believe that was 2
in what
episodes
now,
ago.
8 weeks?
Last episode.
Yeah. So, I don't know. If you guys just want to talk about it, because I don't know.
I don't have many like extensive thoughts beyond that. Like that's literally my thought. Like yeah, he is your third best player, but it's like the NBA. I don't know. They aren't winning, so I guess they
Like, how
can
does that affect the
try-
role
try and
players?
just
They
throw him in
How does that affect the
and
role
see what
players?
happens.
I think
and
it-
how that affects role players, I don't know. I guess that's just
At this
throw him in
point,
and figure it out.
at-
Like, I don't know if you can go any other way about it at this point.
I think if you're the Heat, you just kind of throw the kitchen sink at this point. Just try and
Yeah,
just
exactly.
do whatever you
anything,
can.
yeah.
If you're gonna have Hero there, even if he's not, I mean, he hasn't played in 8 weeks now at this point. You might as well just try and see if you can change things up, confuse the Nuggets maybe a little bit, confuse the matchups.
Because that's what they tried to do in Game 4, Eric. I know obviously you said you didn't watch, but like that's what they tried to do at least, where they were getting to a point where their offense was so bad and Gabe Vincent was in foul trouble that they just started like
Your boy.
throwing guys in there. Like Kevin Love started playing like minutes where he usually wouldn't be coming in, and he provided some good minutes. And then Duncan came in at the very end when they made somewhat of a decent push to cut it within 5. But
You like Duncan?
I do like Duncan.
Duncan, these nuts in your mouth.
Wow.
Too quick to answer, Pavan. My goodness. Oh my God.
Rookie mistake.
I thought this podcast was way better than D's Nuts joke. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's
You should you should know by now. You should know.
Moving on.
You guys didn't let me move on, bro.
You didn't let you.
Yeah, because
move
you're
on.
too busy.
Duncan.
Yeah, so honestly, other than finals news, I did want to talk about this. Chris Paul and, among other guards, was one of those people that I know, Eric, you wanted to get your thoughts on this. We wanted to get our thoughts last episode, but obviously the cutting happened. But Chris Paul did get cut, and he got waived. Eric, honestly,
Did
just
you wave back?
just thoughts on what's happening
you,
with that
B-Man.
and what you think is going to happen.
It was so out of nowhere. Like, I get he's old and whatnot, but it was so random to like waive Chris Paul. Well, I guess he hasn't officially been waived, right? Like, it's not.
Yeah, because Frank Vogel did come out and talked with a Sports Illustrated reporter saying that we didn't officially waive Chris Paul. And so, like, that's very interesting to me because Chris Haynes came out there and said he was cut. But Frank Vogel's also coming out here and saying we never cut him to begin with. So,
Yeah, I don't know how, even at his old age, a player of the caliber of Chris Paul,
At his stone
even at his
elderly
senile
age.
age, a player that's still good at the caliber of Chris Paul has these rumors like getting waived, and then no, not really, but like they say he's cut. I don't know what's going on. If they do just cut him, that's kind of disappointing because like he has some trade value that we could have had, but I mean it's looking just bleaker now, and if we don't get a replacement, I guess it's campaign season, baby. So
Friend of Mikal Bridges.
somehow.
Very good. I mean, somehow they played together. What are you talking about? Somehow. What? I tried to touch on this last episode that we couldn't release because it, obviously what happened. But it was kind of most of what Eric said. It's just very surprising that it happened now, especially when they could have traded him potentially. I would think that he had some value, but I'm just very surprised that this would have happened right now. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the thing with that's interesting too. Like, would you like to see them like make a move and try to make like maybe a splash move to go get a guy like Harden?
Oh, I was
or
gonna say Harden.
Lillard,
I was gonna say Harden.
or
Lillard.
like maybe even like go
He's
out
in
there and
net,
get a little
unfortunately.
lower level guy. Like, we're gonna talk about this later, but Van Vliet declined his player option and is an unrestricted free agent now. Like Van Vliet, Westbrook is an unrestricted free agent. Like, would you rather see them go after a guard or maybe even trade for a big time guard?
I mean, yeah, if Chris Paul's gone, 100%. Westbrook and KD would be hilarious. I would live for that.
Their beef is like long gone though. Like, I know people try to like stir that up,
That's
but it's
true.
been so long.
That's true, but it would still be funny at first.
Yes, it would be.
Honestly, I don't know. I think that would work pretty well, Russ, with the Suns. Van Vliet's just like I'm indifferent on Van Vliet. Whatever, sure. I guess I'd take it. But obviously, I'd love Harden the most. Only a little questionable just because the whole Harden KD thing, like being in OKC, then being in Brooklyn, and like it never working out, and it was just weird. So Harden coming back to KD again. We'll see how it works, but like I think he'd be a good point guard to go alongside Booker at shooting guard and obviously KD. Yeah, I'd love to see
With
that.
the
man.
bucket.
I'd love to see that.
What situation would you like Chris Paul the most? Would that be Phoenix, or honestly, if you have anything elsewhere too?
I'm not opposed to him leaving as long as we don't just leave that spot empty, you know. So like you just mean what's best for Chris Paul? What do I think is best for Chris Paul? Yeah, it probably isn't Phoenix at this point, if I have to be honest. A team. Now I don't want to just feed into what the media wants, but the Lakers,
let me
the
have- yeah, I was
Lakers
gonna
would be nice.
Let me have one guess as to what city you're gonna say this team is from.
Las Vegas.
What? Oh, the Aces.
Yeah.
Or who's their WNBA team?
I think it's the
It is
Aces.
the Aces.
Chris Paul is a Las Vegas Ace.
I
Guys.
want to throw this out, and I thought about this since the last episode. I didn't, or the one that we didn't record. I didn't mention it, but I kind of thought about it. What if he went back to OKC, Chris Paul?
No chance.
No chance.
That'd just be weird.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know if
I
I don't
why
know. With their timeline right now, I don't think a veteran point guard really fits in.
Okay.
Because before it made sense, because that was when Shea was still young. But like now that you have an All NBA guard, like I don't think a veteran point guard like Chris Paul would be any use there anymore, with the timeline that they have with their core.
I mean, they're going to be playing with 4 players on the court in this upcoming season for most of the game.
Wow, 4?
Yeah,
Why 4?
I think you know why 4. Because they have a dude.
Well, I know
why too.
but
They
they
have-
gotta know
they have
why.
a
And he's
dude-
right.
They have a dude built like me playing the 5. That's gonna get bullied by Jokic. He's getting snapped in half by Jokic, and that man's name is Chet Holmgren because he's a bum.
He has a living hate for Chet Holmgren, by the way.
No, I mean he
guys.
didn't lie.
Did I lie?
He
When
did
I-
not lie
when was I
once.
wrong?
Oh, I forgot you both hate
Bam
Chet.
Adebayo is gonna snap that man's person in half.
Chet
Tristan-
Holmgren is a top 3 bust of all time.
He's gonna be.
He's going to be.
He's
a
gonna be
top 3
playing
bust of
garbage
all-
time minutes against Tristan Thompson, and he's gonna bully him
That's crazy.
in Taiwan.
in Taiwan. And Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's also gonna bully him. What did he say in that commercial? Yeah.
Where's Anthony Bennett at nowadays?
Who cares?
Dude, no one cares, bro. Literally
Who
no one
cares?
bro. Literally no one cares.
Darko Milicic.
Okay, moving on.
He's got a ring. He's got a ring.
That's true.
But yeah, honestly, on the Harden talk though, like before we got sidetracked a little bit, Harden and Lillard seem to be, especially Lillard too, for the first time, actually seemingly feel like the rumors of him being gone are actually true, especially with Portland, maybe not aligning with the way he thinks of how they should build a team around him. Yeah, honestly, just like destinations, Eric, in terms of where you would like to see Dame, or maybe it would be, just best fit.
I didn't really think about this beforehand, but
I have.
Sammy, I mean, would you like to start?
He's a net.
He's a net.
He is a net. He's going to be a part of my Brooklyn
This couldn't
Nets.
possibly be
this
a
upcoming
Mikal
season.
Bridges bias.
What? No.
Dame has a
Never.
Mikal
What?
Bridges bias.
Never. Dame.
Dame
Mikal Bridges is
Dame
one of
himself
his
said,
favorite
I
players.
want to go to either Miami or Brooklyn.
He is a net, and I'm actually unironically
He actually said that?
100% serious.
He said, I'd love Miami because me and Bam are really close, and then he said I'd love Brooklyn obviously because me and Mikal are really close
No,
too.
Brooklyn would actually be nice. Like,
He ended up
unironically.
going to a Nets playoff
He
game
he
because
did.
he's such a big fan of Mikal.
No, Brooklyn. Like, I was joking at first, but that would
It
actually
should have
be a
been
good
me.
fit. Wait, you're a Brooklyn Net?
No. I'm a Mikal Bridges fan. I'm a bigger Mikal Bridges fan than Dame is.
Okay, I understand. But
Maybe. I
no,
hope.
Dame would actually be a good fit. That he like with the blossoming Mikal we saw this end of the season,
you know,
sorta
What do you mean, sort of?
bigger role.
Saw it coming. Yeah.
Okay, whatever, man.
Do you think I'm joking about that? You don't think he was gonna?
Dame would help, and they would actually be a good playoff contender.
You didn't think Mikal was gonna step up like that this season when he went to the Nets?
I mean, everyone thought he was gonna step up, but like, he stepped up a lot more than I thought.
Okay.
I mean, even though they got swept.
I disagree, but you know, you think this is a bit. It's actually not. Like, I'm dead serious.
About what?
Like, I fully expected Macau to do what he did.
No, he did talk about this. He fully expected it, and honestly, I don't blame him.
That's not a bit.
Because the thing with Macau is it's not like he was playing bad in the role that he was in Phoenix. It's just like he's literally in just a bigger role now. He's not doing anything new. A lot of the moves that he's doing, a lot of the stuff that he's doing in terms of putting the ball on the floor and making plays for himself, he's been doing his whole career. It's just more of it. That's really all it is. So honestly, I don't blame him for thinking that way.
But Dame's not winning a championship in Brooklyn.
No.
He's a good fit for Brooklyn, but it's not the best move.
What
for
are
Dame's
realistic
career.
expectations for a Brooklyn Nets with Dame and Macau leading them? What do you think?
Like, what's the furthest they'd go?
What do you
Yeah.
think? Yeah. What do you
Second round.
Okay, that's fair.
You don't think they could go to the conference finals whatsoever?
Not with that current roster.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Okay.
I said realistically they'd get past the first round.
I think it's still based on the
think-
matchup, though.
I would agree.
Because here's the thing.
I would agree.
Because I feel like, I mean, we'll see what happens with Philly, with Harden especially. But, like, I'm not going to trust an Embiid-led Sixers team with no other all-star at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really going to go out there and say, I mean, as much as I'd love Cleveland to beat them, Dame would be the best player in that series, I feel like. The Knicks, I still feel like Dame would be the best player in the series. Really, the only two teams I'm out there, it's like Boston and Milwaukee. So they would be a better team than you think if you have Dame and Macau as your best two players. Because Dame is very underrated, and people overlook how good he is because he's in a stacked Western Conference with a terrible team. If you put him in an East with not that many superstars, it would be a different story, I would think.
Interesting.
Cause I don't know what you think about it. I'm like Brooklyn would probably be like a top 3 team right away in my opinion. I think they could go as high as 3.
And if you get Macau a star, like a superstar like Dame is, I think Dame's a superstar. I don't think it's unfair to say.
Book has done nothing but win with Macau. Like let's be completely honest.
Yeah.
Like Macau was just as big as, you know, Paul probably was the biggest reason for Booker winning, but let's not discount the fact that Macau was there. Yeah, I feel like Macau was more important than Ayton.
And I think if you also
that's not a debate. Yeah.
So like let's.
If you think about the role Macau had this season and what he did being the number 1 option, you get Dame on the Nets, and it opens up the floor a lot for him. I feel like.
Exactly. I agree. And also just having defenders around Dame is always such a good thing to have. And
Especially someone that can defend and also score on the other end as well.
And the thing with Dame too is it's not
Shout out
just
Nick Batum.
it's not just him that's gonna go get
Real.
buckets. He's
Real.
an offensive machine. What offense could you possibly have with Dame at the helm and be like, oh, your offense isn't gonna be very good? The Nets are surprisingly good defensively, in my opinion.
They're not surprisingly good. If you look at their roster, they got a lot of really good defenders in their team.
They do. But I feel like
Nick Claxton's another really good one.
it's like they have some individual names, but I gotta say
As a team, they play really well
they play really well.
Especially
together.
considering how that team got assembled midway through the season, pretty much, and you could see that
Exactly.
off the second or third game, you could see that they already were like clicking.
That's
on
why
defense.
they were clicking with Jacques Vaughn too,
Mhm.
like before the roster disassembling, and obviously they still ended up making the playoffs, but like that's why they started playing well because they played defense. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I have higher expectations for a Dame-led Nets.
And then in the playoffs, they just ran into a team with a better player.
Yeah, they ran into
a team with
they
a
ran
couple
into a bad
better players.
matchup too. I feel like
They ran into a really bad matchup.
yeah,
Because even though Claxton is a very good defensive player, it's
hard.
the matchup
Yeah,
is still
yeah.
it's a bit
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Plus, you got Harden too.
Yeah. I guess the only thing with that though is like that last playoff game, was it game 4 or game 5? But like the ones with like Paul Reed played out of his mind.
He played very well.
So
B-ball Paul,
I don't know.
legend B-ball Paul. We love you, B-ball Paul.
But yeah, I didn't talk about this earlier because I wanted to talk about it now. Fred VanVleet did decline his player option. Just like the same thing though. Like, where would you guys like to see him go? If you know he's not coming back to Toronto, which I assume he's not, considering he didn't take the money.
I mean, I already said I'm like indifferent on Fred VanVleet coming to the Suns. I think I'm just indifferent on Fred VanVleet in general. I don't really know what's the best situation for.
You don't like him as a player, or you
VanVleet.
just don't know what's a good situation?
No,
for
not
him?
that I don't like him. Like I said, I'm literally just neutral. I have no idea. Like, he could definitely blossom if he was somewhere else. I think. Like, even though you'd think he has that sort of potential for that role in Toronto, I don't know. Maybe a change of scenery is what he needs, because ever since the 2019 championship, the Raptors haven't like been as bright, and I feel like it's just a slow decline, even with them drafting.
They haven't been bad. Let's not.
No, they haven't been
Been a
bad.
playoff team every year since.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Except
With the exception of
this year.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but they've just been like a mediocre team, right? Even with the drafting of Scotty Barnes. So yeah, Freddie could, I don't know, go to a team that's more contending, like Miami? Can I say Miami?
I mean,
To take Kyle Lowry's role as Kyle Lowry's starting to get older.
BBL
I don't know.
Lowry.
I actually like Miami a lot. Potentially, I like the Clippers a lot too. If he wants to go on, like,
If Russ leaves.
not even that. If he just wants to go on a pay cut, maybe even that too. Like, just, I mean, it'd be interesting either way. Just VanVleet, I feel like, could help a lot of these teams. I don't like his fit with the Lakers though. I don't like that fit at all, especially with them needing a defensive point guard too. Because we saw how they played when they had D'Lo. It's like when he's not scoring, he pretty much became unplayable.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet's just a shorter D'Lo.
And whenever a player in the top half of the league skill wise goes into free agency, the Lakers will be jersey swapped to him.
That's yeah.
The fans will do it. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Don't worry
Yep,
about
yep.
it. But yeah, moving on. We do have our normal segment for every episode, at least in the recent list of episodes. We have been doing
discography.
Would You Rather. Would you rather? And today's Would You Rather is Nikola Jokic. I'm going to list off these all-time centers.
All time.
And I want you guys to talk about if you think Jokic is better
Mo
or
Williams.
worse than them. And if you guys just want to list any reasoning too, you can go ahead and list
Sean
reasoning.
Marion.
Patrick Ewing.
Really.
Jokic.
Yo, that's so, like, you guys can't
Come
just,
on.
oh my, that's
Jokic.
unbelievable.
Sorry, Mark.
Tim Duncan.
Tim
Tim
Duncan.
Tim Duncan. Okay. Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Okay.
That one might be the easiest one so far.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
Interesting. Bill Russell's difficult for me.
It's
'Cause,
an
like,
era thing.
it's
tough.
very
I
hard to
know you
compare.
guys say it's an era thing, but, like, that's probably the closest argument for me. Because we know it's Jokic over Ewing. Duncan is by far and away.
If you said it was definitely, so we know it's Jokic over Ewing. Why did you go? Come on, guys.
Because you guys just, because, like,
We said the
that's what you
answer?
guys were saying. I'm just, like, talking about what you guys said.
No, but you agree with that though.
Ewing is literally the sixth best center of all time, and, like, you guys never seem to give him credit. I don't know why.
Who? I would take Nick Claxton over Patrick Ewing, honestly.
Okay.
I actually take Mitchell Robinson over Patrick Ewing.
Okay, well, honestly, we'll scrap this.
Jokic
and
is the sixth best center before Ewing. Oh my God. Embiid is the sixth best center before
Okay,
Ewing.
let's relax. Hold on. I won't have this.
Yeah, no, that's a stretch. Sorry.
yeah, you guys can
Paul Reed, though.
honestly, if you guys just want to, like, go ahead and talk about how, I don't know, Jokic, like, where he would rank for you guys all time in terms of centers.
Man, so we briefly had this discussion before the episode started. So my top 5 centers in no order: Kareem, Shaq, Wilt, Bill, and who's the fifth one I said?
Hakeem.
Oh yeah, Hakeem. Sorry.
Hakeem.
Tim Duncan would be in there if we're counting Duncan as a center. But I was saying power forward more so. But I mean, yeah, Jokic over Ewing. The Admiral, David Robinson's a tough discussion, but I think I'd take Jokic with 2 MVPs now. And
Quadruple double.
Nah, we're not doing that. David Robinson defensively was something
I take
else.
David Robinson.
I don't think
you're
that's
taking
fair.
David Robinson.
I don't
take
think
David
that's
Robinson.
fair to Nikola. Like, it's not a fair comparison between Robinson and Jokic because that's one of those where I'm like, I don't think I can let go of how good David Robinson was that early.
Defensively.
Like, I know he's gonna get a championship. I know he's got the 2 MVPs, but like, I can't go ahead and just be like, he's better than David Robinson like immediately. Because, I mean, David Robinson defensively is a crazy gap between him and Jokic.
Yeah, David Robinson might be the closest guy so far in this Would You Rather.
Because here's the thing with Jokic that I'm struggling to like think about. If you put Jokic among these great centers in eras where he's playing against great centers, let's be completely honest. The only great center is out east, Joel Embiid. There is no great center that is even a close matchup. Like, not even in the same stratosphere as Jokic right now. But like, if he played even in like the 90s, he's playing like a Ewing, he's playing
Lopez.
a Shaq, he's playing a David Robinson, he's playing a Duncan, he's playing these premier big
Robin
men.
Lopez.
But like, he's not playing them now. So it's hard to judge when he's playing against centers that are nowhere near his level. And that's why I give more respect to the 90s guys. It's like they went against the best. Shaq had to go against Ewing. Shaq always talked about how Ewing kicked his ass. You talk about David Robinson being one of the greatest centers. David Robinson and Hakeem having great battles.
Chuck.
In the 90s. Bro, 6'6", and he played against the Towers, bro. I don't know how he does that.
Worst 3-point percentage in NBA history. Minimum, what is it, like 2,000 attempts? He took like 2,000 attempts.
I don't know, dude. It's bad.
I got another argument for you here then. So you're giving more credit to the 90s big men because, they played against other big men and it was a center-dominated league, right? Does that mean we should give less credit to Michael Jordan because it was a center-dominated league? So
what?
He wasn't playing against, all these good guards like today.
Doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. You're telling me there weren't great guards in the 90s at all?
There's some good guards.
Tony Kukoc on his team doesn't count. Well, he wasn't a guard either, was he?
The thing with a guard though is I don't know if it's as much of a one-on-one matchup as a big man matchup.
John Stockton.
Because if you're a big man,
Kenny the
you got to
Jet
think
Smith.
you got to anchor your team defensively. You got to rebound the ball, and then you got to go on the other end and try to score on the other guy. And so in terms of winning a one-on-one matchup between a center and a center, you got to be able to anchor your team defensively better than the other guy. You got to rebound the ball better than the other guy, and you got to score the ball better than the other guy.
Especially in that era as well, I feel like more so than even now.
And that era was way more...
Yeah, in that era.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's
That's
just,
what I was saying, not today. Because, you can throw anyone at Jokic or, team defense. But, yeah, in that era, it was definitely more one-on-one.
yeah. And so,
I mean, I don't
okay.
know. This
so,
is hard to compare then.
So I'm not going to go out here and say that... Because the thing with Jordan, too, is he was winning in a big man era, but, you'd never seen a guard win that much before. If you think
So
about
you're
it.
saying, he changed the era?
Yeah, in a sense. I can say
Well, think
that.
about it's like Jokic winning now. Pavan and I were talking about it. This is the first time in a while that a center, a team led
'Cause
by a
think about it.
center, is going to win the finals. It's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing that Jordan did when it's in a center-dominated league.
Exactly.
League winning the finals as a guard.
In terms of, the norm now is you got to have the wings, right? You got to have great wings to go ahead and win a championship. But Jordan is one of the few guards that you go out there and go, wow, a guard, you can win with a guard as your
Granted,
lead
he did
guy.
play with
He did play with great players.
great
He did play with great players.
great forward, great forwards.
Just great versatile pieces.
Great coach.
Yeah, that's
Still,
true. That's
True
true.
coach.
Kukoc.
But yeah, you
Lot of
just look before though. It's most of those guys are big men. Really, Kareem, Wilt, Russell. Those are all guys that are bigs. Jerry West didn't really win much. He lost a lot of final series. He couldn't
was
do
news
it
to
by
Shaq.
himself. So yeah, you've never
haven't seen
heard that story?
No. Shaq was when
this was
Shaq
a-
was frustrating about losing in the finals.
No, was
with
this the finals?
Magic.
I thought.
With the Magic.
No. This was when he was with the Lakers. They got swept by the Jazz, Sammy. This was one of the years that the Jazz went to the finals against the Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
And this was the early Lakers years when Kobe and Shaq hadn't gotten over that hump. And this was one of those years that Shaq got swept. There was actually that moment in Last Dance. I don't know if you remember this, but some guys talking with Michael Jordan. He's like, the Jazz swept Shaq, and he's like, I ain't Shaq. I ain't Shaq. Like he's like, I ain't Shaq though. Don't come at me with they swept Shaq. I ain't Shaq. But no, yeah, this was one of those years that Shaq got swept. And Shaq apparently just went in the locker room. He's like ripping up toilets and he's like, dude, I don't know how that's even possible. Bro's like ripping up toilets apparently. And Jerry West came over, pinned him against the wall, and he's just like holding by like his collar. He's like, son, I lost 9 straight finals or whatever before I went to go win one. And Shaq just like shut up after that because he's like, the great Jerry West lost that many finals in a row, and I'm out here complaining about getting swept in a playoff series. Like, oh my goodness, I got a lot of career left. And his mindset apparently completely changed after that.
Thank you, Jerry.
So
He knew he was going to go to the Lakers later in his career. That's why he did that. Strategic. Playing the long game. Thank you, Jerry.
No, this was when he was on the Lakers.
Oh, wait. Oh, this is when he was. I thought because the way
Sorry, I threw you off.
No.
This
Sorry.
is
Yeah,
when
he
was
threw
on
you
the
off
Lakers.
with that.
Okay.
But no, yeah, this was when he was on the Lakers.
I got you.
But yeah.
I was thinking. I was like, why is Jerry West in the
Jerry
Magic
West,
locker
big
room?
Orlando Magic guy.
Why is
That's
he in the
hilarious.
I was like, why is Jerry West in the Magic locker
I
room?
mean, to be fair, he advises the Clippers now.
Same city.
Clippers.
Same city.
Crazy.
Elgin Baylor was executive in the Clippers for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I believe so.
I did not know that.
And who's the dirtbag? The Clippers dirtbag. The guy that owned the Clippers.
Ballmer?
Donald Sterling.
No, Sterling.
Donald
Oh.
Sterling didn't know Elgin Baylor played basketball.
What?
When he hired him to be like an executive. Yeah,
What?
When he hired him to be an executive, he didn't know
That's
Elgin Baylor
wild.
played basketball.
That is wild.
That's why they were so bad forever.
Oh my god.
Also because
Also because the other stuff, but
Well, he was also a
And everything
dirtbag.
else.
Yeah,
but yeah.
like that stuff as well. I also didn't like Elgin Baylor for reasons that I think you could probably guess.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah,
so.
no,
Unless it's not Elgin Baylor, I'm thinking someone else, but I'm pretty sure it was.
I don't know. I'd have to go ahead and look at it. But yeah, moving on again. Another segment. Yes and no.
No.
Yeah, Eric, if you want to start us off with a yes or a no from recent news.
right. So, a no.
Oh.
I have a no. Oh, that's new. I have a no for today, and it's the media coverage of the Denver Nuggets. No. As a journalism major, I understand. I understand that you've got to go with what's trending sometimes. Not to advocate for clickbaiting. There's a fine line.
Jimmy Butler.
But Jimmy's doing all his talking, so of course a lot of the coverage is going to be about the Heat, right? Even though they're losing. But Jokic is over here having historic performances. A 30-20-10 triple-double. Jamal Murray, the teammates both had triple-doubles in the finals. I don't know how often that happens, especially with Jokic's historic level triple-double. And the coverage is just about, like, when Ja is going to get his suspension for a toy gun or whatever the hell.
Was it a toy?
Was it a toy? I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know.
It's nerve for nothing.
We'll find out when the finals are over, guys. So, yeah, Jokic needs more respect so people realize that he's better than other centers like Ewing, for example. And, yeah, Jokic is going to be solidified as one of these greats. But I think not enough people will realize that. Just because, he's quiet, doesn't exert himself that much, and just isn't that flashy. That's all stuff we already knew.
He loves horses, though.
He loves horses.
He loves his horses.
He loves horses.
You see what he said about if he was going to get a new horse if he wins the finals?
No.
He, I forget who, someone at ESPN asked him, if you win the finals, you going to get a new horse? And he said something like, probably. Even if I lose, I'll get a new horse.
Exactly. Like,
Basketball is a side quest for Jokic.
I know, you can't hate him, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah, basketball's literally a side quest for him. He doesn't care. He cares, but it's like
he's the ultimate professional,
Yeah.
but in that sense, he's also not like a guy that lives and breathes basketball. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a work-life balance.
He's not in
You gotta
the
admire
weight
it.
room in the off season. Boo 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 boo! Hit the Rolling Stone with the Rolio. Jack Portfolio.
Sammy, do you have a yes or a no?
I don't mean to keep it negative, and it's kind of a bit of an easy one to say, but considering when this episode comes out, the finals will be over.
Yeah.
My no is going to just be the finals, honestly. We mentioned earlier, great playoffs and incredible playoffs even. And then kind of just going out with a bit of a, if you will, a bit of a dud, I think, in my opinion. Yes, we had some great performances, incredible performances. Chances are that Jokic will have another great performance tonight. But yeah, I thought it was a great playoffs, but to lead up to a series like this, in which we kind of had an idea that it was going to be like this, still a little disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, my no, or however you guys
Everyone
do it,
has a no.
is
Wow, negative Nancy's over here.
Michael Porter Jr.
Again? Oh wait, not again.
Not again, because
Right.
we did not. We talked about it.
We did.
It got wasted.
What are we talking about, guys?
But dude, you're 6'10", bro. You talk about, you literally are in the media, bro, talking about how, yeah, I'm supposed to score if I have Gabe Vincent on me. Bro, you are not scoring, bro. You're not scoring, bro. Bro, you have single-digit points in both Game 2 and Game 3. And I think he did in Game 4, too. I was not paying attention because, I wasn't seeing Michael Porter Jr. do anything on the basketball court.
Wow.
You got to be better, bro. You're not assertive
Grow up.
defensively. You have a lot of
Grow
on
up.
the ground fouls.
Grow up.
Where you're 6'10", you should be using your length, and I would expect some better things out of you. And then on
Using
the
his what?
offensive end, you're not doing anything, bro. You get mismatches, you're not doing anything. Aaron Gordon picked up your slack. Bruce Brown is picking up your slack. But Michael Porter Jr., for a player of your caliber, I'm very disappointed.
I know you're watching.
I'm very disappointed.
Mizzou made, baby.
Very
Oh
disappointed.
yeah, he was, wasn't he?
He is.
He was.
Unfortunately.
Oh dang. Tough.
No, it sounds like a lot of hate to Michael Porter Jr., Pavan, and not enough credit to Gabe Vincent.
I was gonna
Thoughts?
say, you're just gonna skip over that Gabe Vincent shout out. He's had a pretty good finals.
He did the first 2 games, and then he's gotten in foul trouble in Game 3 and Game 4, so we've seen, nothing.
He's had a very good first half of the finals.
I can agree with that.
He's,
had a very
he's
good-
learning valuable. He's learning
It's fun.
valuable lessons from his mistakes.
It's funny because when we recorded the episode, this was before Game 3, right? It was around Game 3. I was telling Sammy, I'm like, dang it, we're gonna have to talk about Gabe Vincent. He's actually playing kind of good. And then in Gabe Vincent fashion, he showed me nothing.
Oh, so this is why your phone died.
Oh, okay.
I get it now. Okay.
I
They don't want to tell me the
I love to
truth.
scrap 45-minute episodes, guys, just for Gabe
Let's
Vincent.
be honest, it was kind of like a 35-minute episode.
Or whatever it was. I don't even remember.
It was not 45 minutes.
Something. But yeah, moving on
Let's be real.
to our last segment of the day.
Or second last.
What the, not nickname, but ranking. What the ranking?
Ranking.
What is the
Oh.
ranking?
What the ranking?
And so what we're going to do with this is I'm going to start shouting out teams. In this case, it's going to be championship teams. And it's going to be a blind ranking. There's going to be 5 teams, but you have to blind rank them from 1 through 5 and see how correct you can end up being.
Interesting.
All
Okay.
right? The first team,
Hold on, rank. Rating correct.
just, I don't know. Because when you blind rank them, you could potentially put them in a spot where you don't like
Okay.
it, and then you
Okay,
mess it
okay.
up, and you
Okay,
look at it
okay,
at the
okay.
end, you're like,
Gotcha.
dang.
Who has the best ranking?
Yeah. 08 Celtics.
Okay.
Do you want us to shout them out or like
You can just put them
We- we
somewhere
should
between
shout-
1 through
so
5.
We should
I'm
shout. We
gonna-
should shout out the 1 through 5, so we know we're not cheating.
What do you mean?
We should shout. So 08 Celtics. I'll go with them at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just say
Oh, okay.
where you would want
Okay.
'em.
Yeah. 3.
I was gonna go 3 as well, actually.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
middle ground, I think.
Okay. I'll just not participate in this because I see them.
You have it in front of you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Pavan.
2000 Lakers. Kobe and Shaq.
I'll go 1.
Yeah, I'm going 1 too.
1.
It's
okay.
risky. If we get a Bulls team,
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
cry. But
Okay.
I will cry.
Okay.
On
on cue. 1992 Chicago
Son
Bulls.
of a.
okay, 92. That's
Biscuit.
fine. I'll go 2.
Oh,
I'll go
okay.
2. I'll go 2.
Okay.
If it was like 96 or
Okay.
7, I would be mad. But
Okay.
92.
yeah, 92 Bulls. I'll
Yeah,
go 2.
number 2.
14 Spurs.
Ooh, I'll go
4.
5. I'll go 5.
And then the 16 Cavs.
Shit.
No way, man. No, you said them last on purpose. That's crazy. Oh my lord.
Look, I win either way. I'm not participating in this.
Yeah, the Cavs just honestly overrated. Like,
Man, I hate you,
3-1
man.
comeback. Like, it's only winning 3 games in a row. Like the
Man,
Warriors
I-
won like
man.
20 games in a row that season.
Man, I
Like,
hate you, man. Why'd you do
Wait,
this?
this
to me?
isn't a hot take though, right? 16 Cavs our highest 4 on that list. In my
I
opinion.
agree. Wait, what?
Whoa.
Wait.
Huh?
Oh, wait, you're there. What?
14 Spurs. The depth on that team was ridiculous. Kobe and Shaq. You're not
Delhi.
arguing against that, bro. Kobe and Shaq. You're not arguing against that. And then an MJ-led Bulls team.
Huh? The 16 Cavs are number 1 on that list.
I put them.
Bro, what are we talking here? Are we talking
I'll put 'em
team or are we
2.
talking about the run
I'll
that
put
they
them
had?
2 above.
Both.
I'll put them 2 below the Lakers.
Mostly the run they had, but both.
Was the 2000 team the team that just ran through the playoffs, or no?
That was 2001.
That was not the year. That was
2001
01.
because AI took the only
Yeah,
game
yeah.
that they lost. No, it's mostly the run that they went through, I'd say. It's both, though, but it's mostly the run they went through.
Did the Cavs really have a crazy run to go through, though?
They beat the
Other than
greatest
the
regular season
end?
team of all time.
They didn't make it seem crazy. I mean, it was a very.
'cause they
I
were
mean,
so
the Cavs
good.
were the 1 seed, right? That year, I can't.
were.
I don't know. I'm
probably,
looking
but
at
they
it.
faced
I'm
a
looking
good
at it
Raptors,
more so
right?
at a team, though. As a team, you cannot tell me the Bulls are not a better championship team than the Cavs team. There's no way.
92. Okay. LeBron. They have, the Cavs will have a better player that year.
You think so?
16 LeBron. I'd take over 92 Michael.
I thought 93 Michael was the best
Or
Michael.
93 Michael.
Because
don't know.
it's a 92 on
Think
this
about
one,
90,
but I
think
think
about
I think
16
I think
LeBron though.
no, I think 91 through 93 Michael was better than the later stage Michael.
Think about 16 LeBron though. Like that's 16 to 18 was like LeBron's best 3 years in my opinion.
I
for
disagree
sure.
with that.
Oh, really?
You disagree?
Bro, 2012 LeBron was the best LeBron. I don't think
Okay.
it's close. He was
Oh.
because he's Depoy. I think he should have won Depoy, and then MVP player still. And I
you
mean,
saying that LeBron wasn't a good
narrative,
defensive player in
the-
16?
huh?
You saying LeBron wasn't a good defensive player in 16?
He's not as good as 2012 in my opinion.
Sure, but let's not act like he didn't have like the biggest defensive play in finals history.
Play, but
And he was also a very solid defender throughout that whole playoffs.
I
as
think
well.
I think 2012 Braun is the
Okay.
best Braun. I think the Miami Heat run was still probably the best. Because if you think about it, 2011 is probably one of the more underrated playoff runs of LeBron's career pre those finals. What he was doing in that 2011 run was insane. And then it just sucks that it ended up with a finals performance like that. But
For me, like the Miami years with LeBron were more dominant. Like 2011, well, obviously I was too young to be watching live in 2011. But what happened in 2011 was just it seemed unstoppable. They're both unstoppable, both LeBrons. That one seemed unstoppable in a different way. But like 16 through 18, I think like the award. I don't want to go here, but I feel like the award narratives were gone with LeBron.
I agree.
right?
I agree.
If there wasn't bias for repetitive awards, like LeBron should be in all those conversations in those years too. And he was more unstoppable on a basketball IQ level. He was still very dominant playing the game too. Not as much physically, but
I
as
don't know about
Miami, not quite as much. Come on, not as Miami.
It's not far.
Oh,
it's not
I didn't
different.
say it was far.
Okay.
It's not quite as much. But he had so much more to his game too. That's why I agree. 16 to 18 was the best.
Like the MVP thing is like you can't tell me that LeBron shouldn't have won MVP in 18. Like you can't tell me that he
oh
shouldn't have.
yeah, I mean yeah, maybe
the award
I can
thing
agree with
doesn't-
that.
the award thing
I can agree with
isn't
that.
a
But let's be
factor in my
completely
mind.
honest too. LeBron gets more credit for how good he was in that stage of his career because people thought he was going to be done. People didn't think he was going to be that
Really?
level of player that late in his career. Like for him to
In
put up
and like even
because you were because people were trying to argue that he was arguably the best LeBron we've seen at that stage of his career. Like 18 LeBron was crazy for LeBron standards, and that was that late in his career. And I think that was what made it more impressive, in my opinion. The fact that he could still go out there and carry a team with that much mileage on his body and, that many years in the league.
At that time, yes, people were saying like, "Oh, is LeBron gonna be done?" Like, are these his later years of his career? Looking back at it though, like I don't even acknowledge that as what made it so amazing. Like I genuinely just look back and like it was regardless of age, the best LeBron we've seen.
I don't know. I still gotta go. Whatever it may be, 11 through 13, 12 through 14. That's still
It's a
that's
completely
still
valid
my
argument.
LeBron.
Like I'm not like saying it's preposterous.
it's not. Yeah, okay.
But-
I wouldn't say the Cavs are 4 on that list. at highest.
Here's my thing
that
though.
was crazy.
The two teams, the Lakers teams and the Bulls teams, you cannot. I think they're non-negotiables for
Okay,
me. If
that's
you say
fair.
the Spurs team, I can agree. The depth, right?
I'll accept
That's
the 3.
that's where
or
I'm
2.
like, but yeah, that's where
I
those
guess.
two are non-negotiable for me.
I'm not so mad at your argument anymore now that I realize you're kind of judging it more equally on the teams. Like, yeah, the 2016 Cavs, you just look at the team, it's not like an elite team.
It's not.
Right? Compared to
It's
Kobe
not.
and Shaq or, like, the Bulls. But, like, I just think of the run, and it's the best championship of all time.
That's fair.
So,
That
I
is
don't know.
fair.
That's why I put it number 1.
It's fair. But yeah, with that, we will wrap up this episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Oh, I completely forgot. I guess you guys didn't remind me either. But yeah, we'll pass the ball out to you guys.
Whoa.
And then make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and show us love because we love you guys too. But yeah, just stay tuned. We got more content coming for you guys as
Very
always.
special stuff coming.
Oh yeah, we do have special stuff coming for you
Very
guys
special stuff coming.
sometime soon. But yeah, for now, peace.